Hello. Why do I always do this awkward? Yeah, today I thought I would make a storytime video. Again, sorry about the quality. Um, my phone. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna make a storytime video because I realized something today. I haven't told you about my first crushes. Um, from I was a kid, teenager, you know. And that's a big part of my life that I've kind of haven't told you about. So today I'm gonna talk to you about my first crushes and how I totally failed at being a human. And it's gonna be really embarrassing, and I'm gonna struggle really hard to tell you all of this. And I hope you don't judge me because I was a kid. Okay, so let's go. So my first crushes must have been between the age of 10 and 12, I think. But that was the kind of crushes that you think you have a crush for someone, but then when you get older and actually get a real crush, you realize that, okay, you didn't really like them. You just, yeah, I don't know. But I had a couple of them, but I don't really remember that much. Then when I was 15, I got my first crush. Um, this is insane, but I had a crush for this guy for about a year and a half. And I got friend zoned so badly. So badly. Like, I didn't even know what friend zoning was. But trust me, I got friend zoned real bad. Yeah, I was 15 and I was in this, what do you call it? When you try to figure out what you want, what kind of, what you want to study, you go visit a class in high school and you try to figure out if that is a class you want to go to. So I went to a class like that, and we were staying there for a week, and I met this boy in the class. He was the only guy in the class, and he was like 5 years older than me. So there was no wonder why he friend zoned me. But I just felt for him so badly. Like, I couldn't help it. After the first day in the class, I had fallen for him, and yeah, I didn't know what to do. It was like my first real crush where I actually felt like feelings inside. And I don't know why I didn't realize that wasn't going to happen. I was 15 and he was 20. Like, no, that's not gonna work out. But nope, nope, nope. And apparently I didn't know how to crush in a good way either, so yeah, I was a stalker. I was definitely a stalker. I stalked him for a year. And I'm not fully a year actually. Was I, wait. 2010, 2011. So I think it was in sometime in 2010 that I met him and fell for him. And then in April of 2011, that's when I kind of got heartbroken and I just moved on in my life. So, I was in that class for a week and I couldn't think about the class. I couldn't focus about anything else than him. I just looked at him, stared at him, and whenever there was a task, like a group task, I went to him. And I was lucky, I got to work with him, but I shouldn't have, because I just got crazy. I shouldn't have worked with him because that made me think that I can win him over. I couldn't. The week was over and I was so sad because then I realized, okay, I'm not going to see this guy again unless like I find out where he lives or something. Because I'm in a completely different school. I'm not even in the building where he is. Because I was in middle school. So I figured out where he lived. I found out where he lived and I walked past his house every day. I didn't like go to his window and stuff and stared into his house, but I walked past his house hoping that he would come out and see me. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. But I did it. I did it. I was crazy. Jesus, I should have been locked up. Yeah, then I figured out where he worked. And I went there like how many times a week? Not every day, but or did I go there every day? I went there often. He worked at it's a small store, but there's like a very limited amount of things you can get there. So it's a super small store, and he worked at a place like that. And I went there at least a couple of times a week, hoping that he worked there. And if I was lucky, I was in the store just checking things out. Then I bought things and I tried to ask him things and talk to him. And like he was just trying to work, and I was probably bothering him, coming in there all the time and asking him questions. And this one day, Jesus, this is so embarrassing. This one day, we talked about like Saw movies or some sort of movies, and he was like, yeah, I love those movies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love those movies too, I have them. And it was like, oh cool, that's cool. The next time I went down to the store, I actually brought the DVDs, like the actual DVDs to the movies he was talking about, and I gave them to him. I gave him like 2 movies. Just gave him them. Like, here we go. And I bet he was like, who is this crazy person? Can you please leave me? But he was like, thank you, that's so kind. It was probably super awkward, and I understand because Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed just thinking about it. Yeah, that's crazy. What else? Did I say or do something stupid? I probably did. I'm getting like a ton of snaps right now. Yeah, but I was a really bad stalker, but I never managed to actually talk to him properly. Like, whenever I met him in school, if he came by my school, not to me personally, but if he came to my school, I wouldn't talk to him, but I would stalk him, and I would go to the store and bother him and give him things. And I spent a lot of money just to go down and see him. Like, I always bought something because I thought, I can't just go in here and just look at things because he's gonna know that I'm stalking him. But I'm pretty sure he knew that I was stalking him even though I bought things. So that was stupid. I spent a lot of money just to see him. And in April, actually, the 1st of April of 2011, he updated his profile on Facebook, his status. It said he was in a relationship, and I was like, no! And I was like crying for a week. Jesus. At first, I thought it was a joke because it was April 1st. I mean, come on. But then I realized as the days went by, it's not a joke. He's with someone. He's with another girl, and it's not me. And oh my gosh, my life is over. So I was heartbroken for a week and then it was over. And I haven't really thought about it since. Until now. And then my second crush, which is the last one I'm going to talk about because, yeah. So I was 16 this time. It wasn't long after. I had just gotten into a new school and I was in high school and I was a big kid. And I was the new girl at school. And I met this guy. He was kind of like, he was pretty big, like not big, but he was a big guy, very tall, like wide. And I just fell for him. Like, I thought it was so cute. And again, what is it with me and stalking? I didn't really stalk him that bad because I think I realized how crazy I was when my crush kind of faded, like my first one. But yeah, I thought he liked me, but he didn't. I tried to chat with him on Facebook. I tried to invite him to watch movies, and he did. But every time we watched a movie together, he brought his freaking friend with him. And then he asked me if I wanted to go out and eat on a restaurant. And I was like, yes, I want to. Yes, I'm in. And he brought his freaking friend with him. So we were never alone, and every time we met up, he was with his friend. And this one time, we watched a movie, and he brought a friend, again, the same guy. And he also brought a girl, and I was like, who is that? Why is she here? Is that this other guy's date or something? Or are they just friends? What's going on? The movie was over and we kind of separated and I stayed with his friend and he and this other girl just disappeared. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I went to check on him. I opened the door to his room and he was laying in bed making out with this girl. So I ended up playing cards with his friend instead. Totally friend-zoned. So that's the story of my two first crushes, and didn't go as planned. What's weird about my life, like when I was a kid, everyone I had a crush on friend-zoned me, and everyone who had a crush on me, I friend-zoned. I don't know why. But it's an evil circle. Luckily, I've met a really good guy and he has a crush on me too, so happy ending. Oh god. But it's really interesting thinking about like old crushes and what you've done and what you've said, and like just thinking back on that stuff. It's really interesting and embarrassing, and I don't know if I want to upload this video because it's so embarrassing. But yeah, I really wanted to say more about them, but it's gonna be too long and I can't edit these videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me about your first crushes, that would be interesting. And I will see you next time.